So last time we have discussed chromatic numbers. So chromatic number is assignment of colors to the vertices so that no two adjacent vertices are assigned with the same color. So there are so many algorithms for finding chromatic number. So one of that algorithm is by finding chromatic partitioning. So this term is also mentioned in your syllabus. But for defining this chromatic partitioning, so we have to define certain terms. So this first term is independent set. So what is meaning of independent set? So a set containing the vertices of a graph is said to be independent if no two vertices are adjacent. So like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 vertices. So what is independent set? So basically it is a set. So what is property of that set? That set is containing vertices of this graph. But what is the property of these vertices? So these vertices are not adjacent. So like if we take A, so you can't include B then. So from A is not adjacent to C, so we can include A and then C. We can include D. So in this sense, this A, C and D, so it is an independent set. Okay. So likewise, so this A and G or A and F, so it could also be an independent set. Even a single vertex is also an independent set. So that is the definition of independent set. So then after defining independent set, so the next term is maximal independent set. Now what is meaning of this maximal independent set? So an independent set is called a maximal independent set if no other vertex can be added without destroying its independence property. So like we can see, so here it is A and this side it is G. So this AG, it is an independent set. Yes, A and G are not adjacent. But can we say it is also a maximal independent set? Then answer is no. So it is not the maximal independent set because even we can include more vertices to this set. So like we can add C, we can add D. So this A, C, D and G. So all these are not adjacent vertices. So then the maximal independent set is not this AG, it is AGCD. Is that clear? So next is, so if we are taking B, so with respect to B, what are the other vertices that could be added in this maximal independent set? We can't include A because A and B are adjacent. We can't include this C, B and C are adjacent. We can't include E, D. We can include B, F. Yes, B, F, it is an independent set. And moreover, it is maximal independent set because no other vertex can be included in this set. हाँ, एक और possibility है कि in place of F, you may include G. So from this side, B and G, it is also a maximal independent set. But you can't include both. आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि B, F and G, it is an independent, it is a maximal independent set because F and G are connected. So या तो F होगा B के साथ और या फिर G होगा B के साथ. So that is the definition of maximal independent set. So then the third term is independence number. So what is the independence number? So within this graph, so the number of vertices in the largest independent set, the number of vertices in the largest independent set, so that is called an independence number. So if you see, can you guess what is the independence number of this graph? So in the maximal independent set. So I think you can try your best, but I think that you can't include more than 4 vertices in any maximal independent set. So from this sense, its independence number will be 4. So if n is number of vertices and this kappa is a chromatic number, then this beta into kappa, so it is always greater than equal to n. See, what is n? N is total number of vertices. And what is this beta? Beta is the number of vertices in the largest independent set. Okay. So beta into kappa, so it is always greater than equal to n. मतलब या तो max equal to होगा maximum और या फिर इससे ज़्यादा ही होगा. Because you are dividing n into kappa houses, and in every house the maximum number of elements is beta. So beta into kappa, it is always going to be greater than n, or beta is greater than equal to n by kappa. So independent set, so which are not adjacent. Maximal independent set, you can't include any other vertex in that category. Independence number, maximum number of the number of the vertices in the largest independent set. That is called the independence. So then comes the chromatic partitioning. So what is chromatic partitioning? So partitioning all the vertices into the smallest possible number of disjoint independent sets is called chromatic partitioning. See, what is meaning of partitioning? So partitioning means, so you are partitioning a given set and their union must be equal to that set. Now what is next point in partitioning? So these two subsets should be mutually disjoint. Like if it is A, B, C, so one partitioning of ABC, it could be AB and BC. Their union is equal to ABC, but it is not the true partitioning. So true partitioning means their intersection should be an empty set. So partitioning of ABC, it could be either A then BC or even A, B and C. So in that sense, so this partitioning means first their union must be equal to number of vertices. That means all the vertices are covered. And then the next point is they should be mutually disjoint. So those sets are mutually disjoint. Those sets are, the union is equal to the whole set. So these type of subsets. So they are forming this chromatic partition. And this number of sets, जो भी number होगा, that will be finally equal to the chromatic number. So if we see this graph, so try to find maximal independent sets. So I'm just finding these sets manually. So like with respect to A, so one set is A, then this C, F, so it is independent set. Then you can find next, and then you have to decide how many those independent sets are disjoint and their union is equal to the main set. So we have to select those. But there is one algorithm. You're not going to find this number manually. So there is one set algorithm to find the maximum independent set in a graph. So this algorithm is via Boolean algebra. So they are applying concepts of Boolean algebra. So I think you might be knowing what is Boolean algebra. So with take the simplest case, so like it is containing two variables like 0 and 1. So 0 plus 1, then 1 into 1 is equal to 1. Or simply in Boolean algebra, if any two variables are there, their sum a plus a is always equal to a. Then a into a is equal to a. So we have to follow these type of rules only. And likewise your complement rules, a plus b complement or ab complement. So we have to apply all those rules. So what is the net algorithm for finding maximal independent set? So there are three steps, rather four steps. So step number one is express every edge as a Boolean product of two end vertices. Means suppose in this graph, how many edges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there will be 9 terms. So one edge corresponds to one term, like it is AB. You can't write AC because AC is not direct edge. So it is AB, then BC. So we can form these type of products. So this first step is, so express every edge as a Boolean product of end vertices. And the second step is take Boolean complement of the above expression. So when you will take this complement, you have to apply your De Morgan's law. Then third is write down the terms corresponding to, so you will get these type of terms. So I'm calling these as F terms. So corresponding to every term, so there is one F term. So F1, F2, and then Fk. Then write down the terms corresponding to every F term obtained by considering those variables which are not which are absent in this term. So I think in next example only then you will see what is meaning of this statement. And then out of those, I think only for step number 1 and 2 you should remember at this stage. Then third and fourth, so I will explain in the question itself. So once again I'm just explaining what are the main points. So first is independent set, then is the maximal independent set, then is the chromatic partitioning, and number of sets in the chromatic partitioning. So that will provide you the chromatic number. So ultimately we are going to develop one algorithm to find the chromatic number. So I'm taking the same example. So this example is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there are 9 terms. So every term corresponds to one edge. So like it is containing AB, yes, AB is there. It is containing BC, yes, BC is there. Then B2, D is there. Then B2, E is there. So likewise, we have mentioned these terms. Then the next step is take Boolean complement of the above expressions. So you know what is Boolean complement of the above expressions? So it is A plus B complement. So it is AB complement into, so if it is sum, then it gets converted into product. So it is actually AB plus BC. So AB plus BC complement is AB complement into BC complement and then BD complement, and then again in AB complement it is A dash plus B dash. So finally this sum, it is being converted into product, and these products, so these are being converted into sum. So it is simply your De Morgan's law. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 terms, so these are there. Now it is a very lengthy process, lengthy calculations. So you have to multiply all these 9 terms. So like A dash plus B dash, then into B dash plus C dash. So what will be product of these two? If you see what is product of these first two terms, so it is A dash B dash plus A dash C dash, then plus B dash into B dash. So that B dash into B dash, it is equal to B dash only, and then B dash. So means A into A, that will be treated as A plus A, that will be treated as A, and it is your absorption property of Boolean law that A plus AB. So if you see A plus AB, so it becomes A times 1 plus B and 1 plus B. So 1 is the maximal element. So 1 plus B is equal to 1. So A into 1, that remains A. So first formation of this phi term, then complement of this phi term, and then multiplication. So it provides results in this format. So we are getting phi dash equal to, so from those 9 terms, from product of those 9 terms, so we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 terms only. All the other terms are being absorbed in these 5 terms only. So there, the maximum time will be on multiplication of these terms. But I think you have learned in your earlier courses, so you can multiply, and you have to apply just these 3 formats: A plus A, and A plus A. These 3 rules are sufficient. Then the third and fourth step. So what is this third and fourth step? So this third step, so write down the terms by considering those variables which are absent in these terms. So like in this B dash, E dash, and F dash. So we have to see what are the variables which are absent in this term. So the graph was A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So then we have to see what are the remaining terms. So like B, E, and F. So it is B, E, F. So A, B, C, D, and G. So corresponding to B, E, and F. So it is this term A, C, D, G. Then B, E, G. So if it is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, so it is containing B, E, G. So B, E, and G are crossed. So we are left with A, C, D, F. But a pattern different है. So this second term, so it corresponds to first term. So this first term, it corresponds to this term. Now similarly in third term, so it is A, C, D, E, F. So A, C, D, E, F. So if we remove A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we have to remove these terms. So it is A, C, D, E, and F. So we are left with BG only. So likewise from these terms, so these are 5 terms. So we are left with these 2, and from these 5, so these are these 2. Now what is the meaning of these terms? So if you see ACDF, ACDG, so this ACDF, so where is this A, C, and then D, and then F. So you will see this A, C, D, F. It is a maximal independent set. Then the second was ACDG. So if we see ACDG, so it is A, then C, and then D and G. So ACDG. So it is also an maximal independent set. Then is BG. So with respect to B, so already we have seen. So with respect to B, it is only F and only G. So B and F and B and G. So all are occurring in this expression. So BG is there, BF is there. Then it is AE. Yes, it is A, and this side it is E. So A and E. Now you can't include any other vertex. अगर आपने A को लिया है और साथ में अगर E को रख लिया है, yes, A and E are not adjacent, so it is forming an independent set. But ये maximal भी होगा. You can't include any other vertex because all the other vertices are, its degree is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the remaining vertices are attached with this E. तो आपके पास जो है 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 maximal independent sets. जब हमने फर्स्ट एग्जांपल चेक किया देन वी वर इन डाउट कि पता नहीं कितने इंडिपेंडेंट सेट्स होंगे, ए बी के साथ क्या होगा, बट दीज आर द मैक्सिमल पॉसिबल इंडिपेंडेंट सेट्स. सब उसने इस एल्गोरिथम ने आपको सब स्कैन कर दिया. सो इट इज कंटेनिंग, सो दिस ग्राफ इज कंटेनिंग 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 independent sets. Now the point is, so these are the 5 independent sets, but we were finding uh, partitioning of chromatic partitioning of this graph. So can we say, so these are the different subsets which are forming partitioning? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. मैं लास्ट में बोला आपको, see what is meaning of partitioning. So partitioning means you can call partitioning to be disjoint union of subsets. So disjoint union of subsets equal to the main set. So that is called the partitioning. So this ACDF, A, C, D and F. So ACDF, चार vertices cover हुए. So we are left with 7. हाँ, एक इंडिपेंडेंट जो 1, 1 वाला वो नहीं होगा इसमें, इस एल्गोरिथम में आपके पास, बिकॉज एवरी सिंगल वर्टेक्स, सो इट इज आल्सो एन इंडिपेंडेंट सेट, वो आपके पास इसमें नहीं होगा. दैट यू हैव टू इंक्लूड फ्रॉम योर साइड. So it is ACDF. So 4 vertices are covered. So can I take ACDG along with ACDF? No, because ACDG, so there are some common elements. So ACDF. So can I take BF? Yes, I can take BF. So I can take BG, but I can't take AE. So ACDF हुआ 1, and then we can take BG. Now जो बचता है आपके पास, now it is E only. हमने फर्स्ट स्लाइड में लिखा भाई कि even a single element, a single vertex is also an independent set. So that can also be given a status of independent set. तो आपके पास जो है one partitioning. So it's not the unique chromatic partitioning is not unique partitioning. So one of the chromatic partitioning is ACDF. यहीं से hint लिया आपने maximal independent. ACDF, then BG and then E. We can start from ACDG. So if it is ACDG, so ACDG, so this term cannot be combined with this. So even BG cannot be combined because B is common. G is common. ACDG, yes, we can combine BF with this. So 4 plus 2, 6. So the last one is this. Now similarly, you can write the other. So in all, so there are three main sets. So AC, D, F, B, G and E. So its chromatic number is 3 and the maximum number of elements. So these are present in, so it is one of the algorithm. So it is not giving every possible independent set. So it is the algorithm which is giving one set of independent sets. So from this side, so we obtained these three. So these three. So if you are taking BG and then AE, so then you have to form another, you have to see another which is containing 3. So this third one, CDF or CDGS, that was not coming out of this process. Only these two are coming from this process. But so these are sufficient to give you the idea of chromatic number and chromatic partitioning. So using Boolean algebra, so we can find chromatic partitioning of this graph. So chromatic partitioning, so it is containing these three, और थोड़ा वर्कआउट करते हो तो आप ये भी ले जाते हो उसमें. But otherwise, so these three are sufficient. So chromatic number. So chromatic number means assignment of colors. अगर आप चेक करो भाई ACDF. So ACDF is those set of vertices which are not adjacent. That means so these can be assigned a same color. Then is BG. So these two vertices are not adjacent. So they can be assigned with the second color. And this E. So it is not assigned with these. So it can be with a third color. So in all, so chromatic number is 3 for this graph. So same is coming true from this side also.